morning, everybody. It's Deb here with Creative Life. Welcome back to my channel, everybody. And thank you so much for subscribing and joining me today. Today I have a fun project we're going to do using this album shapes from Clear Scraps and this little t-shirt shaker from Clear Scraps. Now this little t-shirt is called Shaker Onesie. So this is so cute. We're going to be making a baby's first Christmas album, and I'm super excited. So join me while we make this together, and let's get started. All right, so when you get your chipboard book, you're going to go ahead and cover the pages front and back. Now, what I do is I cover my front first, or whatever side you're covering. Then go ahead and punch your holes, because if you cover the front and back at the same time, or one right after the other, you're not going to know where your holes are. So you want to make sure that you punch your holes right when you're done covering that first side of whatever chipboard you're covering. Okay, and then go ahead and just burnish these in. Now you can use double back tape if you'd like. I just use my glue and then go around the holes and everything, so everything's glued pretty good. And you want to go ahead and cut off the excess paper that is over the edges of your chipboard. Next, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to place some glue on the back side of that one we just covered. And again, I'm just going to go ahead and burnish that down really good, making sure that everything is well glued down. And then you're going to go ahead and poke your holes again and then move on to the next piece. This next piece is we are going to make some pockets out of this piece that has a lot of borders on the front. So you're going to go ahead and take double back tape that is about 1/4 inch or maybe 1/8 of an inch, and you're going to place it all the way around the edges, okay? Just like I'm doing here. And then what we're going to do is you're going to grab your X-Acto knife, and maybe you have a little cutting board or something that you put underneath your paper, and wherever your tape ends on the back, and I usually measure in about 1/4 of an inch on each side, so that way I can go ahead and just grab my X-Acto knife and cut a straight line down. Now, I don't know what happened to my X-Acto knife, so I'm going to try to use these scissors and see if I can get a straight line down here and search for another pair of X-Acto knife. I think I have an extra pair somewhere, but I don't know where it is. Now, these scissors are super sharp at the ends, so I just took them and went ahead and just kind of, went down that line there. And I love using these border papers for this because it is so easy to get a pocket out of these. And, definitely you can stick little photos inside of here, maybe mementos. So I love using these types of paper, the pattern papers, for this particular reason. So after you get your lines, cut with your X-Acto knife, go ahead, and if you have little areas where it's kind of crooked or whatever, you can definitely straighten those out. That's kind of what I'm doing here. Just kind of making a little opening and cutting the lines straighter, so that way it's not so crooked. So plus you get the opening a little bit bigger, and you can slide your more items kind of inside of there. It's just really nice to have a little bit more of an opening there. Now here you can see both of my openings. One's on top, and then one is like towards the bottom there. You're going to go ahead and above the area that you cut, you're going to place your tape, okay? And that is going to be how you get your pocket, okay? So here is that one side there, and you're going to go ahead and just peel off your tape. That's going to go ahead and be adhered down. And then you're going to go ahead and peel off the tape above that other cut line And then you're going to go ahead and you place your glue on top of your double back tape. If you want to, you don't have to. I do this just because I like to have that extra adhesive on there, and then place that down on top of your chipboard. Now remember, once you get your papers on top of your chipboard pieces, to poke or to punch your circles. Okay, you want to make sure you do that so that way everything is lined up nicely and you don't have to go back and do it later. Next, we're going to go ahead and we're going to create some little photo mats, and those are about 4.5 by 4 or 4.5 by 4.5. You can create whatever size you would like. Okay, so for this piece, I absolutely was thinking if I wanted to go ahead and cut that piece or not. And I decided that I'm going to use this one with the rocking horse. I'm going to actually put the Santa piece on the back of the book. So here I grabbed my X-Acto knife and then my little cutting board, and I just went ahead and traced around the rocking horse and the poinsettias that are part of this pattern paper. And I love doing this technique because it opens up and it gives you a little tuck spot, so you can tuck some little photo mats in there if you want to take them in and out, or you can actually place a little photo mat behind there to stick a photo inside. And I really think this is a really fun little way to display your photos. I mean, because you've already got like a little, you know, a little image there to, enhance your photos. Next, you're going to go ahead and cut two pieces that are 6.5 by 4, and you're going to score along a 1/2 inch on the 6-inch side. Next, you're going to cut 8 pieces that are 4.5 by 6, and you're going to score these on the 4.5 inch side. And these are going to be waterfalls. Okay, so next we're going to go ahead, before we glue this piece down here that I did the X-Acto knife on around the horse, we're going to go ahead and place the little 1/2 inch flaps on the back. So these are going to go ahead and get adhered down, okay, on top, and they're going to open up like little flaps. Now you can use a magnet. I used a magnet, but you can also use like little ribbon or whatever you want to do for your book. It's your book and you can do whatever you would like. So here I decided to go ahead and just put them right on there. So now they're adhered down. And next, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to add a magnet. So I add a magnet to that side there. I don't really like, now this is where I kind of messed up because I put the magnet way too far over and it didn't reach. So I had to take it off. Decided to go ahead and put it on there and on the other one, and then flip it over and then have it as a closure. So that worked out a little bit better. And then here we're going to go ahead and place our glue all the way around the area here. Now you don't want to get it on the horse where you did your X-Acto knife. You just want the glue or adhesive above that area, because you're going to go ahead and put some photo mats. So you don't want to stick that horse down, right? So, so there's your photo mat. It just goes right behind that little horse. And there you go. So now we have two sides of these that are done. And now we can poke our holes. Okay. And now you can go ahead and you can decorate this or set this aside. Next, we're going to go ahead and do our next piece. Now, this next one is going to be a really fun one. And I thought I would do like a little pocket, but I decided to go ahead and place this half sheet down. Now, this is a great way to use those scraps that you've got, the larger scraps in your piles, okay? Go ahead and lay that down. Then I grabbed another piece with an image on it and I just tore that off. Okay, I just tore it apart. And again, this is a great way to use some of your paper. Maybe you have some great images that you have in your stash that you want to use, but you don't know how to use them, and you can just use them just like this. Just go ahead and tear the edges off and then ink them up and then lay them down. Now, don't forget to, again, you want to punch your holes down so that way you can, um, you know, have an open area. So when you cover the backside, you know where your holes are. So here I decided to go ahead and use some vintage photo ink, and I just went ahead and inked up the distressed edges. And I just love how this turned out. It is so pretty and so fun. It really adds a lot of character to your page, and definitely a great way to make a simple pocket without doing any scoring or anything like that. So after you ink up your edges, you're going to go ahead and just place your glue down around the edges of that paper and then glue that down. You don't want any glue in the middle section of this part, okay, of this page, because this is going to be your pocket. Now, again, you're going to measure out your paper and then go ahead and lay it down. I went ahead and used a bone folder, and what I do to stretch my paper is when I do the bone folder inside, I'll kind of turn the bone folder a little bit sideways and kind of go back and forth to kind of stretch that paper. As I'm doing that, I'm also burnishing down the edges so that way the opening is a little bit bigger and you are able to stick some photo mats on the inside of that pocket. For this part, this is the banner piece of the chipboard album. And here I just went ahead and used my glue all over the back and then placed a piece of the scrap piece of paper from one of the papers that I was cutting up, and I just went ahead and laid that on top. And then I went ahead and just cut around it. I thought this would be the easiest way to do this little banner for me anyway. And then I just came in and cut in between each of the little pieces of the banner. And this was a lot easier than I think trying to draw it out or trace around it and then cut it. I thought about doing it that way, but to me, it just seemed like this would be better and you would get all of the pieces cut right on the line. So you wouldn't have to go back in and then have to recut anything. So here I'm just cutting the edges of the banner and then we're done. So now it's ready to go. Okay, so now we're going to start on the waterfall. Now, again, you're going to need four pieces that are 4.5 by 6, and you're going to score a 1/2 inch on the 4.5 inch side. So you'll have flaps, okay? I went ahead and chose this pattern paper for the back of the book, and I just thought that this was super cute, and I just, what a great ending to a wonderful day. And so is the Santa riding his sleigh across the moon. So I just thought that that was really cool. So I went ahead and folded all of my 1/2 inch pieces over, grabbed my tape, and I'm going to stick some tape on the edge of that flap there. Okay, so your flaps are going to be folded over, and you're going to place your tape across that flap area. Okay, that's that 1/2 inch area. Okay, so again, your tape is going to be adhered to that 1/2 inch flap. Again, you're going to use four pieces, and then we're going to go ahead and I'm going to start placing them on top of the little page there. Now, I do add glue a lot with my tape, and that is because I like the double security of everything. Plus, the glue gives you time to maneuver your paper around in case you need to do that. I went ahead and punched my holes out now so that way I knew where my holes would be when I set my waterfall pieces down. Next, you're going to go ahead and align that first one up on top, and I think I left about an eighth of an inch or a quarter of an inch from the top. And then you're going to grab your second one, place your glue down, and place that fold right along the edge of the first one. Okay, now I lay my waterfalls down each time so I know that when I place my paper on there, my little waterfall sheet, um, I'm going to go ahead and it's going to match up. So again, I'm going to go ahead and place that fold right along the edge of the one that's laying down, which is that 1/2 inch flap. Lay them down and then get my last one and I'm going to do the same thing. Now this is how you make a waterfall. Now you can add more if you want to. It's totally up to you. I only added 4 and I covered the front and the back of these. I thought that that would be a really nice touch, and so I just really thought this was such a cute paper to do an album in, and went ahead and burnished everything down. Now I wanted to go ahead and lay down the banner, and I love how this looks. This banner looks so pretty with this paper. I just look at that. It's so pretty. It coordinated really well with that. I just think it looked really awesome. So because I went ahead and laid that down, I was getting ready to do the back side of this page. Now this is the front page, okay? And we're going to do a waterfall on the opposite side. So again, these are cut at 6 by 4.5. You're going to score them at the 1/2 inch side of that 4.5 inch side, okay? And then you're going to go ahead and we're going to do this the same thing we did before. We're going to go ahead and we're just going to lay these lengthwise. So now we're going to go ahead and we're laying these down vertically instead of horizontally. So I'm making sure everything is matching up pretty good, and it is. And so I really am liking how this is turning out. Okay, so next what I did is I went ahead and after I laid everything down, I grabbed 4 magnets, okay, and this is, we're going to do our closures now. And so once I did this, I went ahead and grabbed a cut apart piece from the collection and I placed 2 magnets on the back and then 2 on top of those magnets. And then I went ahead and laid those down just like that. Okay, and then of course I put tape on top of those so they wouldn't move. And then you're going to go ahead and you can cover that area, okay, where the magnets are. You'll see here in a bit. And then here, I went ahead and did the same thing in the back. I used a magnet for the cut apart piece, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I decided that 1 wasn't enough, so I went ahead and did 2. So again, you do need 4 magnets on this one, and you're going to go ahead and place 1 above, like I have it there, and then 1 on the bottom. And there's 1 right there on the bottom where the blue the blue pattern is with the snowflakes. I'm going to go ahead and use a piece of tape to cover that up. Then you're going to go ahead and you're going to place 2 magnets on top of these 2 magnets that we just laid down on the cut apart piece. You're going to place some glue on there, and then you're going to go ahead and just place these on the back. Now I tried to place them high up so that way it wouldn't cover up the moon and the reindeer. And it didn't, but I did end up having to cut down a piece of paper and kind of covering up that little bit piece of that. And you'll see here in a bit. So here we're going to go ahead and do the little shaker baby t-shirt, and this is so cute, you guys. I love this, and I've been wanting to use this forever, and I thought this is a good way to use this for a little first baby's Christmas mini album. So I went ahead and peeled both sides of the acetate film off of there, and then you're going to go ahead and you're going to glue that down to two of the frames that are already here adhered together that we just did. And again, you'll get three frames, one acetate piece, and then a backing. And you'll go ahead and you adhere two of the frames together like I did here with the acetate adhered on top of those two frames. Okay, the extra frame that is off to the right hand side, that is going to be your top piece. So that's the piece that you can go ahead and paint, or whatever you want to do with that. If you want to leave it plain, you can leave it plain. You don't have to paint these chipboard pieces if you don't want to. I know a lot of people don't like to do that, so you can do whatever you want. I have another way you can do something with the top frame if you'd like. Now, for the back piece, I went ahead and just used a scrap piece of paper and drew the t-shirt and then fussy cut that out. And I didn't use a full sheet because the little t-shirt is going to actually cover up a little bit of the arms anyway, so I didn't need the whole t-shirt showing or traced out on the piece of paper. So I just went ahead and cut out a little piece there. And yeah, so you'll just go ahead and you'll fussy cut that out after you trace that on top of a patterned piece of paper. Now this is the fun part for me. So what I did is I grabbed one of my gelato crayons, and I just went ahead and colored all the way around the chipboard frame of the t-shirt of the onesie. And this is so cute. And then you just get a piece of uh, you know paper towel or whatever you're using. You can even use a makeup sponge and just spread that all around and just even that out. And y'all, this works wonders. So I really love how this red turned out, and it matched perfectly with the paper. So next we're going to go ahead and glue that right on top of that acetate, and you're just going to go ahead and grab your glue and go around the edges and then glue that right on top of that acetate piece with the other frames. Next, I wanted to add First Christmas on here. So what I did is I grabbed my stickers and I went ahead and picked out some stickers that was a 1 and an S and a T, and then used one of the little stickers from the sticker set that said Christmas, and went ahead and placed that right underneath there, and I thought it was perfect. So yeah, so I really loved how this looked. Next, I got my shaker mix and I went ahead and placed it on the inside of the little t-shirt. And now we're going to glue down the top piece, which is the frames and the acetate piece. You're going to go ahead and grab your glue, put it around the edges of that little frame there, and I use my fingers to kind of smooth it out so no glue seeps through the inside. And then I go ahead and place that on there, and then I burnish it down with my fingers the best way the best way you can. You just want to make sure that all the edges are burnished down. And then next we're going to go ahead and set that on top of our album. And so on top of the album where the banner is, I decided to go ahead and place my grandson's name. And so I wanted to use some stickers to do that. So I went ahead and stuck the stickers on top of the little banners. I thought that was a super cute idea. If you've never made one of these chipboard albums from clear scraps, you totally need to get one. I mean, seriously, just use one for something, whether it's a baby book, Christmas book, birthday, a special occasion like a wedding or whatever. You can totally add flips and flaps to these chipboard albums. And I do have some where I've done that. So I will definitely place links down below for you and at the end of this video. So here I decided to go ahead and just stick this little t-shirt right up on top of there and place some glue back there, and these are all of the items that I fussy cut out from the paper collection, and I went ahead and used some foam tape to pop everything up. If you are a follower of mine for a long time, no, I cannot live without my foam tape. I absolutely love foam tape. I really like the dimensions that it gives to your projects and everything. And I think I wanted more dimension because of the way that the t-shirt was popped up, because it is a shaker. I thought, I wanted to have a little bit more dimension, especially with the toys and everything. I just thought that this was super cute. And so I went ahead and used some of the foam tape on the back of these cutouts for this. So I hope that you are getting some inspiration from this project. I had a blast making this. Um, I didn't know what I was going to create, and I didn't want it to be too complicated on the inside. I kind of like keeping things simple for people because a lot of people don't understand the flips and the flaps and the turns and things like that that we do in our mini albums. So I really wanted to keep it super simple. And since it's for my grandson, I thought, she just cares about the pictures going in. She doesn't, and so I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna keep it simple, and yeah, so I think that she'll love this, and I cannot wait to give it to her. I think she's absolutely gonna love this. So here I went ahead and glued these two pieces together, and then taking off the backing of the foam tape, and then we're just gonna go ahead and stick this on there. So I decided to go ahead and add some other embellishments that I had fussy cut out, and I thought this little candy cane would be super cute sticking up from the bag, and then that little present, and then I went ahead and grabbed this little December 25th sign and put that right there behind the little horsey, and I just thought that this was so stinking cute. Next, we're going to go ahead and add in our rings, and you will have to purchase your own little rings, and you can buy them anywhere, Walmart, Target, Amazon, paper product store, and office supply. So now we're done. Okay, so we are done with this cute little chipboard mini album, and I really like how this album turned out. I love the fact that it has this cute little flag chipboard piece here on top, and we went ahead and covered that up. I went ahead and placed my grandson's name on the little flags, and then we made this little chipboard shaker t-shirt, and then we went ahead and stuck that up on top along with some of the elements that I fussy cut from the paper collection. And I just think this turned out so cute. I absolutely love it. So next we go ahead and we turn the page. Now I didn't add a lot of flips and flaps to this because, a lot of people don't understand the flips and flaps and all that. And I wanted it kind of simple because it is his first Christmas album. And so I kind of wanted it, just simple. And, my daughter's going to stick pictures in it. And so I think that will probably dress it up a lot. So I think it just plain was really cute in itself. So here we went ahead and stuck some magnets on the back of this card, and we created a little waterfall here. And these are, I got to cover that one. And these are all, you can fit 4 by 6 photos in here. You may have to trim them down some, but they are, will fit 4 by 6 photos. Here, this is the closure to the waterfalls, and so I really like that idea. And then here, I went ahead and made some little mats, and these are 4 by 4.5, and we created some pockets right here on this one. So again, I just used the scrap pieces to kind of give borders to the photo mats. And then here we went ahead and did a flap here. And this right here, you can stick your photo or a little card in here for journaling or whatever you would like. And I just thought that this was super cute. I did stick a little drum here that I fussy cut, a little teddy bear here on this one. And I just thought that that was super cute. You could stick a little picture right in there. And how cute is that? This right here, you can stick your photo all the way in here. And this is a nice I think this is 4.25 by 6.25 inch mat. Okay. And then these just fold over. And then here I went ahead and fussy cut out this tree, stuck it on top of the page that we ripped, and then made some really nice photo mats for this. And these are all two of them are 4.25 by 6.25, and then 2 are 5 by 7. So you get plenty of little photos front and back there you could stick on inside there. And then here you turn this and you have a nice little, sleigh with the Santa. Now the Santa I really fussy cut out and I just stuck it on top of there. It looks like it's actually part of the page, but he's actually fussy cut and I went ahead and glued him on there. And then here you could stick your photo in here, and I just think that is super adorable. And then on the back page we went ahead and did a little waterfall here. Again, we went ahead and magnetized it and created some more little photo mats here, and I think that this turned out so stinking cute. Again, this is magnetized, so this is the closure to the waterfall. And yeah, and that is it, you guys. And then the back has the Santa on it. It's super, super cute. I hope that you like today's project, and I hope that you check out the albums that Clear Scraps has in their store. Thank you so much for joining me. Take care, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.